Pranesh. Look, I'm not surprised by what's going on in Bangladesh. The Hindus there have no hope, and I think it's in their best long-term interest that they, decide to resist this government, this regime that is a planted regime from the Western Hemisphere. It's that simple. It's that straightforward. But I'm surprised by the inaction and no reaction from the Hindus in India, starting with the Hindus in West Bengal. The West Bengal Hindus should at least be voicing their concerns against what's happening next door. At least in their media, for the state that's known for its intellect somehow, they should be voicing what's going on with their counterparts in the neighboring state, and there's no word, absolutely no word coming out of it. The people who 2 months ago said, oh, there is no violence against Hindus in Bangladesh, this is a media conspiracy. Some people are running 8 and 9 p.m. shows to draw up some imaginary conspiracy to defame the new government in Bangladesh. All that kind of nonsense that was uttered against the Hindus by the same lobby that told the Muslims during CA, oh, your citizenship will be taken away. Oh, NRC is not going to be in your best interest. These are the same people, Pranesh, who misguide the minority communities in India and stay silent when minority communities in other states, starting with Pakistan, Bangladesh and Afghanistan, are tormented. This is the same lobby that stood silent on the torture of Sikhs in Afghanistan. The same lobby that said CA was unnecessary, and today they owe an apology to this entire nation, but before that, to the Hindus of Bangladesh. But will they apologize? Absolutely not. It's a shameless lot, Pranesh. That's all I'll say.
Anirban Banerjee, there is an ecosystem in our country that wanted 3-day national mourning for Nasrallah. They are silent on what's happening to Hindus in Bangladesh.
Yeah, you can ask the same question to the people who went on the mourning for 3 days, asking that question to me was futile, because I would see it like this, that equating Gaza, whatever is happening in Gaza, in the rest of Palestine, and right now in parts of Lebanon, you cannot simply equate it with anything that is happening elsewhere in the world. Because what's happening in Gaza, in Palestine, in parts of Lebanon, is simply mass slaughter sponsored by the Israeli forces.
So unless Hindus are slaughtered en masse, 1 minute. No. So you want Hindus to meet that fate before the ecosystem here wakes up. Tushar.
One point. My one question to the previous spokesperson, please. In Gaza, there were people who attacked Israelis on October 7th, exactly a year ago. Please tell me, who did the Hindus of Bangladesh attack in Bangladesh to be receiving of such an attack on their faith, on their places of worship? Please tell me, who did the Hindus of Bangladesh attack in Bangladesh? Please.
Please, Mr. Please. So you are proving my point that you cannot equate Gaza, Palestine with Bangladesh. That is exactly what I am saying. So when Pranesh said that this is happened in Gaza, this is what happened in Gaza, etc., people are holding mournings, etc., and this is what is happening in Bangladesh. Exactly what I said was you cannot equate the two, because the activities from both sides, whether it's in Palestine, whether it's Bangladesh, it's completely different. In Bangladesh, the attacks on Durga Pujas, the reports about attacks on Durga Pujas also took place in 2023. When the Hasina government was in power, nobody toppled that government right then. But reports came in that Durga Pujas are being vandalized.
No,
right?
so every
People
time
were
an attack
arrested,
like
then
this
the
happens,
person-
Anirban, if every time an attack like this happens, if you heard what I said in the introduction, I said, where are those who talk about human rights? So people who are chanting Nasrallah every day, forget what happened to Israel on October 7th. And regardless of what happened in Israel how can an ecosystem that champions or claims to be champion of human rights not condemn what is happening to Hindus there?
If you want to discuss about Palestine, I'm well up for it. What has been happening in Palestine for decades, not just on October 7th in 2023 in Israel. What has been happening in Palestine for decades, what has been happening for the last year.
Anirban, TV, unfortunately, as you realize, does not give us, enough time as a medium to talk about history. History is no justification for attacking innocents. It is not. October 7th attack must be condemned. So people will condemn Israel for what it is doing after October 7 because it was an attack on their sovereignty, on their people. But let's talk about what's happening to Hindus in Bangladesh. Abdul Razak Khan, you want national mourning for Nasrallah. Why are you silent on this?
Sir, international warning. He's a leader. We have to. All that is happening in Bangladesh against Hindus is happening against Muslims in India. But still, a report on international religious freedom, Bangladesh is doing far better